and welcome to
Comic Geek Movie Show.
And today, once again,
we're in this.
Because Seth deleted it, we're doing a top 5 movies of all time. That bastard deleted it.
You don't think I feel bad?
As punishment, wax your beard.
Oh God!
Take a big wax and just go.
I'll shave it, but I won't wax.
I mean, this is your guys' channel. I'm just here to help. So, Deshaun, you do the waxing.
Nah, I'm good.
When did this feature come into the channel? Anyway,
It's a new feature.
Waxing.
Alright, let's start the new. Okay, what's your number 1 movie?
My number 1 movie I've ever seen?
Yes.
Oh, bro.
That you go, that always blew my brains out and picked them up and put them back in.
Honestly, the movie I've watched that I can watch over and over again, non-stop, would probably be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah!
Nice.
Yeah!
Nice.
That's a good choice.
Dude, that never gets old when you watch it.
I know
it really doesn't. All right, so my number 1 pick has to be.
You're going last. My number 1 pick.
No, fuck you. That's not how we're doing this. All right, fine, you go.
You sure, son? You gonna cry?
I heard something. Anyway, yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
alright. I mean, you scared me there. You just paused. Okay. Well, my number 1 is The Avengers. I love that movie.
That was the very first superheroes coming together.
I love the hell out of that movie.
Of course.
That movie was so at the time. It's the first time I ever went to the movie theaters, and it was like the crowd was just roaring.
It was
A roaring crowd at a movie theater. This ain't a freaking. Was an event. I can't remember another movie that was like an event. Yeah, it's got to be The Avengers.
Only event I ever went to was Battle of Gods, and that was freaking awesome seeing that Dragon Ball on the big screen.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, so my number 1 pick has to be the Matrix trilogy. Love the Matrix. Love the first one. Love the second one. Love the third one.
You know, I've had many times in my life where I've done the Matrix. Like, you know, you dodge something like super sleds like in slow-mo.
It's a badass action flick. And also has a badass story behind it, too.
I mean, it's weird. It's like bits and parts. I love the whole entire first movie. Period. But then the second movie, there's bits and parts I didn't like and bits and parts I didn't. And the third one, I only like one scene.
Really? I liked all of them.
And that was the final battle scene. Other than that, the rest of the movie, I was like, eh.
I loved it.
I just don't. I think the first. To me personally, I think the first one set the bar so high.
I think you're right.
The bar was just so high from that first one. It's just like I don't think you can reach that.
I know, right? Anyway, what's your number 2?
Oh man, that's a hard one. But I have to say, number 2 would probably be all of Jurassic Park to Jurassic World. I love the Jurassic series.
Gosh.
Oh, you're breaking my heart, Mark.
Breaking my heart.
What? First one? Great.
First Jurassic Park was the best.
Great.
It's not as good as Jurassic World. I mean,
Jurassic World was amazing.
Jurassic World was not the
Visually,
first one.
it was amazing.
I loved the whole thing.
Visually,
I
thought visually.
So you
was
like
amazing.
so you like the logic of it too? The logic of having like these 20 security guards up against carnivorous dinosaurs, nothing but
knowing that they were going to
the
break out
logic was not-
eventually and not doing it. It was one of those movies that made you have
the
to turn
logic.
your brain off.
I know it was like there was no logic in that movie. Come on, dude.
It's my child. It's one of my childhood.
It's okay,
things,
Mark.
bro.
Hey,
One of my
you
childhood
can
things,
love that movie.
You can love that movie.
Love the hell at that movie.
But don't compare it to Jurassic.
Like some reviewers say, if you
can't.
In certain movies, like if you're in love with that franchise, you're gonna love it anyway.
Well, I mean,
I love Jurassic Park, but I did not like Jurassic Park.
I was one of the only ones who actually did love Age of Extinction, the Transformers 4.
I hated the Transformers.
I liked it.
I hated the first one.
I'm one of the few people.
I liked the second one. It was okay.
I understand where you're coming from. I'm one of the few people who actually liked Iron Man 2.
I like
A
that.
lot of people think it was crap.
What
I
scene was
liked
awesome,
Iron
dude?
Man 2.
I thought Iron Man 1 and
One
Iron Man
was
2 were
awesome,
great, dude. I thought Iron Man 2 was great. I didn't see the third one, though.
I thought the third one was good too.
there
See,
were-
I thought the third one was good
I thought
because
the
it
first
actually
Thor.
made it seem
I thought the
human.
first Thor was kind of bad. It wasn't that great.
Iron Man
First Thor.
3, think about it. I mean, hangs up his suit and everything, and because like in Avengers, he's being Iron Man again. I'm like,
He never
you
hung
didn't
up.
do
I
the
think you.
reconnection.
People get that mistaken. He didn't hang up anything. He just
He
said
took out his core.
he doesn't need it. He just needs the part. That was just a part of his heart. He gets that taken care of in the comic books long ago. He just needs the piece. He doesn't actually need it in
Either
his
way,
chest.
your number 2.
My number 2 is Iron Man.
Oh, yep.
I like the song in the movies.
AC/DC playing every 5
Yeah.
seconds. Robert Downey Jr. to me,
That's Black
I've
Sabbath.
never in my life seen a character and an actor connect the way that happened. he
connects
became Iron Man. Like, literally, you see him, you think Iron Man, you see Iron Man, you think him.
He's only got to be himself for Iron
It's
Man.
himself.
Really.
He is Iron Man. I've never seen a connection like that. I haven't seen, like, some guy play Superman or Batman, and I'm go, yeah, you, that's you, man, that's you. No, Tony, he played...
Christian Bale came close to that with Batman.
I think Ben Affleck's in Rocket, dude.
Robert Downey Jr. just played it so well that I can't really see anybody else playing him now.
It's sort of like
That's true.
Hugh Jackman.
Don't even get me started on that. I don't want to see Hugh leave. No.
He's
I remember I
not-
told Seth about that, and he was like, no!
No, this is what I did. I was like, boom.
Well, I mean, you hear what they might do for his replacements. They hear they might do Ultimate Wolverine. They might do Wolverine's son.
But who's the guy that's
They
going
might
to
do
be playing
Wolverine's
him?
daughter.
They gotta do something else, because they can't have just some other guy come in. Hey, bub. No, you're not him.
No one's going to agree with that.
I mean, dude, if you're gonna redo Wolverine, you have to pick like the perfect person to redo him. You can't just pick anybody. It's gotta be someone you know can be Wolverine.
Well,
Alright.
Hugh Jackman's the only one that I know of. Anyway, so whose turn is it?
Yours.
Third turn. All right, third.
Second.
Second,
I was
yeah,
like,
second.
third.
My bad. I did my second.
Now it's you. Oh, okay.
I'm
My
bad at math. You're not supposed
second
to do it.
movie has to be. It's another trilogy. It has to be Lord of the Rings trilogy. I love Lord of the Rings. I love the Fellowship of the Ring. I love the Two Towers, and I love Return of the King. That's
Oh.
Harry Potter.
No,
Oh,
that's
I thought you said the other thing. I thought
No,
you
you said
like-
the Precious.
I thought I didn't hear. Touch me.
He's vermin around now.
Now here's the thing, Lord of the Rings, I read all the books, and the books were really, really good. R.R. Tolkien brought that world to life. And you see it in the movies, but you don't see it as much as is in the books that you do in the movies, but you do see it. You do see, like the Fellowship of the Ring, you're introduced to the whole backstory of the Ring, who Sauron and who all those guys were. And then you see like this peaceful little hobbits, going about their day, farming their place, and living in their house, and living peacefully. And then you go on to the shit show about the Ring and all that stuff, and it just kicks it off at a really good note. It kicks off the Ring and that adventure on a really good note. It doesn't kick it off too quick, nor does it do it too slow.
One ring through them all, just like marriage.
All right, Mark, what's your second?
Let's see, number 3.
You second.
Oh.
What did you say, number 2? What was your number 2?
I said my second. I said the dress.
Yeah, you
Oh, okay, yeah. So now we're on number 3.
Number 3. Oh, dude, it's like I've seen a lot of movies, but 3, I'd have to say, it's probably the new Apes, like the new Planet of the Apes movies. I love those.
That was
I
actually
didn't
good.
like
The second
those
one,
movies
the
that
first one, I
much.
was like, the second one was pretty
Dude,
good.
Dawn of the Apes was great. Oh my
Dude,
god.
you know what? The very first Planet of the Apes, like the newer one, was good, but the second one was so predictable. I
But
walked
dude,
out of the theater.
You
I was like,
felt it, dude. If you watched
I
it, you felt it.
I mean, like I felt the connection between
But I
Caesar
mean-
and the other guy, but I saw the whole plot coming from a mile away.
But of course you
As soon
did,
as I
because
saw-
it's a remake of the event leading up to the war. I mean,
yeah, but Deshaun, the old movies never showed.
that'd be like watching X-Men.
I know, but
that
yeah.
X-Men and not knowing that Magneto was gonna go bad.
No, but but the original movies never show that those
Yeah,
events.
like, they're
I
saying,
know.
they're saying,
They're showing the event.
They're saying that they would like to build it up, and if they get far enough, they want to rebuild it to where that movie was. And here's the thing, dude. Like,
so.
they left the movie on the biggest cliffhanger I've ever seen in Planet of the Apes. Like, I was like, the only way to do this is if they go out on full war, apes and humans. But I'm like, apes are gonna lose if they do that.
Come close. You're kind of out of camera.
I'm just like, dude, like, how are they gonna do this? Like, it's like
I
so
don't
many
know.
theories. For
I mean, apparently the apes won though.
I know that's the thing. I know.
I
That's
mean, when
why.
you see a monkey riding on the back of a, I don't know, monkey.
Horse.
When you see a chimp riding on the back of a horse with dual MGs, you can't say that's not awesome. That's pretty
Okay,
sweet.
anyway.
Well, one of my favorite lines in the movie. He's like, Caesar, weak. And he's like, Kobo, weaker. I'm like, oh, him going down now.
Anyway, Deshaun, what's your number 3?
I thought I gave my number 3.
You get number 2, you still have numbers.
God damn it.
well, why are you taking on my role as the idiot? Well, I thought that's my job.
Well, there's 3 people here. Now it's a lot more confusing. When it was just me and you, it was like boom, 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 boom. Now it's...
Hey, I'm only here occasionally, so you got your belts.
All right, give me number 3. What's your 3?
Okay. Number 3, The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight
Badass
series.
movie.
I love The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. It was one of those. It was a well-directed movie. It was a comic book movie that kind of proved that you can take it serious, like really serious. It was Marvel don't take it serious, but
The
no,
Punisher.
but it was more. But even the Punisher's kind of weak. He's running around killing thousands of people.
Dude, you know how tough he is?
But I mean, that movie was, and it gave us the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest villain
Joker.
on
Dude,
TV.
Heath Ledger's a legend.
You know what sucks though? I hated that he died. I hated that he died because you know what's funny? After that movie came out, he set the bar for Jokers in the future.
He set the bar for
and then he died, and it was like, dude, oh man, that sucks because now nobody can play Joker
I honestly,
like Heath Ledger. Nobody.
Jared Leto's a horrible Joker, dude.
Dude, Jared Leto,
he's terrible as Joker.
Like I was sitting there like, oh man, I wonder what Heath Ledger would have done if he was still around. But then again, it would have
been the best Suicide Squad.
I feel like I do feel bad for him, bad and good. Well, not he died, but because they would have had a little conundrum, like if Heath Ledger was still around, because you know how many fans would have been like, we want Ledger, but
yeah,
we want to play that
same
Batman.
Yeah, well,
but they're not doing the same universe, so it could have been a really conflicting thing if he was still around, because you know fans would be like,
but still, he's the only one. He's the only character. He's the only actor that set. He's the only one that played Joker to the point where you can say Heath Ledger played Joker. No one else could.
Every little thing he did on
so serious.
Why so serious? I like the scene when he burnt all that money. He's like, oh, let's just buy half. It's not about the money. It's about making a statement. I was like, man, this dude's insane.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, this is a nice suit. You guys paid for it. What the fuck are you saying? That was a good.
Awesome. Dude, everyone remember his lines. You know how I got these scars, or like,
especially
the Weiss.
He had a different
legendary.
He had a different story for every time, for his reasoning that he did it. Like every time he had a different story for how he became what he is.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, the true Joker in the comics never had a backstory, but they gave him this.
Did he just like get sick or something? Wasn't it an infection or something? No.
But I still like that.
When in the comics, he doesn't have a backstory.
When I'm talking about
he came out of nowhere.
But he does actually.
Sort of.
On the comics, he doesn't.
I've
never seen a backstory.
I explained this to you before. They tried to explain it.
Before we get any more off topic, Seth.
My number 3. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm fighting between two other movies. I'm fighting between either. You know what? No, because one of them set the bar for space sci-fi's, and then the other one came at the same time. So I gotta put this one first.
You better say Star Wars. If you say Star Trek's better than Star Wars, I'm gonna knock you at this door right now.
You read my mind.
The trilogy, right? The trilogy, right?
Yeah, Star Wars trilogy.
Okay.
The Star Wars trilogy was my number 3 pick because set the bar, and even though Mark hit me, even though he didn't let me finish.
I thought you were gonna say Trek, dude.
Star Trek.
Now we're even. All right, so yeah, I hate Star Trek. Well, I mean, I don't hate Star Trek, but it's not the best. Anyway, so Star Wars. The first 3 Star Wars, the original trilogy, and then there was the prequel trilogies. All right, I gotta press by saying this. I gotta press by saying this. I like the prequels, but not as much as the originals.
That's true. The originals were a lot better.
The prequels were not bad. They weren't bad movies by any standard. I mean, like people were giving them like 1s and 0s.
I like
and
Attack
2s.
Attack of the Clones episode 2 was pretty good.
That was dishonest, and it's like, no, okay, I get that Jar Jar Binks is an annoying shit character.
Those movies weren't that bad.
They weren't bad.
The last one was really good.
The Phantom Menace battle with Darth Maul. That was a badass Jedi fight scene. I loved it, and I love how Anakin.
You know much Mountain Dew Darth Maul sold?
That's true.
Because he was on the
Code Reds.
You know how much Code Red Mountain Dew sold?
Yeah, he was. But that's the thing. Like the Phantom Menace, the Darth Maul scene, the fights, and that was great. Attack of the Clones, the Coliseum battle scene.
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh my god!
All the Jedi's. I was like,
all the Jedi's, awesome. and then the clones come in, and then number 3.
Oh god, dude, the heartbreak in 3.
Well, still, I know the badass I'm talking about is actually the space battle in the first part of the movie, the space battle over Coruscant. Dude, that was awesome, except for the heartbreaking moment when he choked Padme. I cried. I was like,
but bro, I just feel like, dude, 3 was showing the death of the Jedi. That was like so sad watching them all die.
Well, it happened though because in the 4th movie, The New Hope, anyway.
Well, I mean, Obi-Wan and Yoda were some of the last remaining Jedi.
Yeah, and then Luke, and then his sister.
Yoda's my favorite. Yoda's my favorite Jedi.
I kind of liked Obi-Wan because he was a little quippy. He had jokes to say. He wasn't so serious as everyone else.
Then comes episode 3.
Huh? It just sucks that Qui-Gon Jinn had to die in the first one. Qui-Gon Jinn was like, you know who Qui-Gon Jinn reminded me of? He reminded me of Master Splinter. He was like the Master Splinter Jedi because of the way he talked and the way he taught Obi-Wan things. It was like Master Splinter.
An insult to the actor saying he's like a giant rat.
Well, no, I mean, he's character-wise, he's like Master Splinter.
Maybe you should have said that character. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, that's my number 3 pick is the Star Wars trilogy and the prequels, even though they weren't as good as the originals, but the prequels too. What's your number 3?
My number 4.
4. I almost said 3. My 4.
Trying to think. Number 4. What are some really memorable movies for me?
All right. To help him think, I'm going to beat him on the head.
Do That You Die.
Is it working?
No.
Working?
But
is there anything in there?
Be like, hey, I'm thinking.
4 for me. Oh man, this is hard. 'Cause I've seen a lot of movies. It's hard to tell the difference.
Drum roll.
I'd have to say the Rush Hour trilogy.
Oh, Rush! I love Rush Hour.
Rush Hour was cool.
Because dude, Rush Hour is so funny.
Oh, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Jackie Chan was, and who's the other guy?
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. Oh my god.
Chris Tucker.
I remember Rush Hour 3.
They're talking about making a 4.
Yes! That'd be awesome.
I'm
Remember the
seeing
third
it
one?
as
Remember the
a
third one where he's being the traffic guide cop and somebody tries to hit on those women? He's trying to hit on those women in the car.
He's like, I need you to bend over the car. He's looking at there. I'm just
If
like,
you're half
I'm in.
Asian, I'm half black. Alright, we gotta go on down there and beat some ass. You down with that, Snoopy? That was funny. Jackie Chan, oh my god. Anyway.
But I mean, dude, one of the best scenes I loved in that whole movie was the dojo scene.
Oh.
I love
that big
Damn!
son of a bitch.
What are they feeding you?
He's like, oh!
But damn! I do think out of all 3 of them, part 2 was
He's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I left this in the bathroom.
That was a good one, too.
He's like, Lee, I got a big problem, man. This boy's on steroids. And it's like,
And then while you remember the scene in the hospital where they're shooting and it's like, why did you pass me an empty gun?
I didn't know! It was just cool to see that comedy and action kind of go together.
You remember when he's talking about his wife and he goes, so she has a lazy eye, so she works all Poco Loco.
That's the girl he was talking to in the first, second one.
So she's lazy eye, so she works all Poco
El
Loco.
Pollo Loco.
That was fun. Anyway, what's your number 4, Sean?
Man.
It's hard to think about because you've seen so many movies.
I don't know if you guys are going to agree, but I think I have to go with, because I thought it was so cool when I first saw it, because I'm a fan of Bad Boys 2. I love Bad Boys 2.
Who shot you in the ass?
Everyone said he shot him in the ass, and you just see the look on his face. I love the chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Like, Will Smith
I
and
actually
Martin
think they
have
actually had a
good.
good time with each other doing
That movie was.
I legitimately think they actually had a good time with each other.
I just love seeing like that one scene where he's sitting there shooting at the 2 dudes and he's just talking shit to them at the
I
same
know,
time.
like, okay, now come on now. Just
You in my house, you in my country.
You know, I love.
Fuck me, fuck you.
You know the scene, or the very scene at the very beginning, like where I said, like where he shot him in the ass. Remember before that, he says the N-word. You got your N-word friend here is real smart, and he's like, no, why you gotta say that word?
That's a little necessary.
It's not necessary.
That
He
was
wakes
funny.
up in the morning just to pop one in a motherfucker. I mean, he's a little dysfunctional. And like that whole woo-saw thing he kept doing throughout the whole movie. Woo-saw.
Was this in 2 or 1 where he said, where he's like the dead girl's boobs, and he's just like,
Oh, yeah,
he's like,
just-
stop looking at the boobies.
No, I'm gonna do these big ass dead boobies.
Stop looking at them dead boobies.
Alright. That was good. Alright, my number 4 has to be the Alien series. Alien and Aliens, and then all 3 of the movies.
Alien vs. Predator?
No.
It starts with Alien.
No, the Aliens. Like,
Okay.
Alien, the 1978 Alien.
I really only seen the
Aliens.
first 2, so.
And Aliens, that's why I didn't put it number 3, because Star Wars and Aliens came out kind of like near the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because so it's like you really don't know which series set the bar for space movies at that particular time, because they were both really great series. They were both really great. They were both in space. They were both about the xenomorphs and the other ones about the Jedi and all that other stuff. And so both of them were so unique and they were so different from one another. It's like I remember my dad and told me about this. Like when Alien came out. And when Star Wars: A New Hope came out, oh my God, that was like people would get into fights over which one was better, and that's how. And so it's like now when you watch Space Sims, you have to judge it by Star Wars and Aliens because those were one of the originals that came first.
Dude, do you realize how many arguments I've gotten into over Goku versus Superman?
But that doesn't have to do with Aliens.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as like same kind of thing. Arguments between nerds.
Right, true.
Because it came out at the same time.
Yeah, because it came out at the exact same time, and then like Aliens, and then like The Empire Strikes Back. I don't think that came out at the exact same time.
Oh,
I'm not totally sure.
For a second, I thought you said Vampire Strikes Back.
Vampire
Strikes Back.
No, The Empire Strikes
The
Back.
Vampire Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
episode 5 and Aliens, 1982 version. I don't know if that came out at the same time, but it was this thing. Those 2 movies are what I compare other space movies to.
They
because
call it Aliens.
Yeah, it was Alien. Well, the reason why it's called Aliens is because
Wasn't there one alien in the first one?
no, it was Alien was done by a completely different person than the Fox proved Alien. The James Cameron did Aliens. That was in the 82 version.
James Cameron doesn't fucking know.
But he didn't do Alien because that was someone else who did Alien. But the only thing that he added were now he added guns, he added combat. Like the first one was all about like atmosphere and horror, And then once you really knew what a xenomorph looks like and how they reproduce and all that stuff, so now you get to, okay, now let's add the Colonial Marines in and we'll have big guns and all that stuff. So that was Aliens. It was like the action version of Alien.
It's kind of ironic how in 2010 they made a movie called
But still,
Predators.
but you know what though? That's the whole thing. Is like I had no idea the aliens like reproduce so grossly because like the face hugger like deposits the egg like through the chest and then the chest burster.
Mm-hmm.
That scene almost made me vomit. I was like, oh. I was
that,
like,
ladies and gentlemen, is how children are born.
That's how aliens.
I remember
born.
like they had like a second Alien versus Predator, and like in the commercials I saw like a kid get the face.
The face hugger.
I was like, then you see him wake up and he sees his dad.
And then you see Prometheus.
And then he
that
turns and it
like,
rips out.
That's a new version, like the remake of it.
Yeah.
They're talking about making a part 2 of that.
Well, remember that
Prometheus wasn't that good.
You remember Jimmy Neutron? Remember that one scene that the face hugger that was on Carl's face and like the jellyfish baby?
Oh, that you know what that had to be a reference.
That's what I was thinking now. I was thinking like that must be a reference.
That had to be a reference with the face hugger, but it happened to be like the jellyfish alien queen's baby for some strange reason. Why that had to be, I don't know. And then they had a birthday party. Junior, Junior,
my top 5.
You gotta give a hug to Uncle
My
Jimmy.
number 5.
No, wait, I'm good. Anyway, go ahead.
My number 5 has to be James Cameron's Avatar. I loved that movie. Avatar was a freaking awesome. Remember?
Wait, The Last Airbender?
Avatar.
Okay, Avatar. The blue aliens. Okay,
On,
okay,
you know, the
okay,
Na'vi, the humans, all that. On
okay, that was a good movie.
That was a great movie. I have that on DVD.
I'm making a second one.
I've been so.
They're gonna make a bunch of sequels to it. There's been several.
I've been
sequels
so.
You know what the only problem?
I
only had.
It was so cool.
Yeah, but here's the. I only had one gripe, just one. It like the pacing was really slow. It was too slow. It
But
was
it
like
worked. I think it worked.
no, it did, but it didn't. It was like it was kind of like a double-edged sword because it was like it did work at the first part of the movie, but then towards the end it was like no.
I can't really remember anything about the movie.
You know what I always...
I mean, like when that remember the colonel that had all those scars on his face?
Yeah.
He died so I was like, come on, it was like, come on,
But
keep
I
going.
mean,
That's what
he deserved to suffer. That's the thing. He deserved to slow down.
I don't think it didn't matter. I think that for film's sake and for audience sake,
I don't know
it
about that
didn't
movie.
happen.
I'm so conflicted about that movie because at the same time, I'm like, it's not that it was a bad movie.
It was a great movie.
But I thought so much of the buzz around that movie about the special effects and the visuals and
great
whatnot.
It has great effects.
It was
It, had great
amazing
it had
effects.
really good CGI.
It's just like when I sit back, like I don't know. It's one of those movies where I'm always conflicted about.
But
But I mean, I've only watched it one time. That's the time I saw it in the movie theater.
The only thing I always found weird about it was the fact that, you know, the ponytails, you know, they're used for connecting everything. Like, well, you know, when they mated, so to speak, I was like, wait a minute, their ponytails connected. I'm like, is that how they mate? Or is it like...
I think so, actually, because they walk around basically naked.
Almost. They wear, like, loincloths and all that stuff, like certain types of clothing.
And then, like, if they mate for life. I think the coolest scene was...
But here's the thing, if you use that to mate, you also use that to put on animals and stuff, too. So I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I guess, no, like, I think they mate in the traditional sense, you know.
Maybe.
The traditional sense.
There's
I think they
we
mate
all
that
have
way.
family life.
I think they do mate that way
And
because...
we all have the internet.
Because they are, you know, like physical beings, and all physical beings have to reproduce. In that way,
Maybe
scientifically speaking, that's the way all the animals.
Maybe just
and humans have to
connecting their
mate.
ponytails is a part of it. Maybe it's just a part of it.
I guess it has to be a part of it.
Maybe it's like a mental thing.
Well, because remember the scene where he connected to that tree that's supposed to like to listen to prayers and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's the same concept. I don't know. I really don't know how that whole thing works. I thought it was kind of weird because it was just like first she was supposed to be mated to someone else, and they kind of like, and then and then that Marine dude was named. Yeah, it was really funny. I thought that was really funny. I was like, yeah, we did.
You've been mating with this woman. Remember, he's like, you've been mating with this woman after he punches him on the ground.
Yeah. But the badass scene was when he had to was when he got control of that red thing.
Dude.
I can't remember his name.
They all dive down.
Awesome. He was like, and then all of a sudden, all you see is him flying into the meeting ground.
That
awesome.
battle scene was so sick. Like the battle scene at the end, they're all flying in, he's got the gun in his hand. Yeah.
That was awesome. All right, anyway, well, let's go to your number 5. Sean.
Oh man, I wish you wouldn't have. You should have already yours. I'm so conflicted.
All right, I'll give you mine. My number 5.
I mean, an honorable mention for me would have been the Austin Powers series. I love that series.
You know, I love that series, but that wouldn't make my list because, like, it was good for a few lulls, but you know,
You gotta love Austin Powers. Dude.
But like, other than a few lulls, it wasn't that great of a movie.
So, can you think of anything, or do you need it?
No, I'm like stuck between two movies.
Where are they?
I'm stuck between one of my favorite movies, Blade 2,
Blade.
and
What's
Captain
this
America:
next?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was a very good movie.
Well, you picked a lot of Marvel movies, so I'd go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with Blade. Blade 2 was awesome. It was one of the first superhero movies. People don't think he's a superhero, but Blade's part of Marvel.
That's weird.
Blade is a Marvel
You look at him
character.
and you don't think that.
Blade's like, he's in that vein of Punisher and Ghost Rider and stuff because he deals with mysterious. He kills vampires. He's half vampire, half human.
And he's the only one who knows how to hold a
Basically,
sword.
he's Marvel's version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
He's the only one that knows how to hold a sword correctly.
Or just pop out and rip your hand off.
Yeah.
I love all his weaponry.
Anyone else but Blade who holds his sword, like their hand gets completely
Wesley
chopped off.
Snipes played that role great. That's one of the few roles I saw. What?
They're talking about he and Marvel are talking
I
about
know. I don't know how to. Actually, I do because I liked it. It was one of the first movies that showed it was a different way to die. Like vampires turning into dust.
Yeah.
That was a unique thing that never happened. Like turning into the whole dust thing.
That is kind of the half way it hits sunlight. I think it's like
Yeah.
sunlight did come with dust.
But they never but he stabbed him in the chest and they die like that just using silver. I loved everything about that movie. The bosses and that one had creepy vampires with the freaking thing that come out.
Those are always horrifying.
I was like, whoa.
It was almost like 30 Days of Night with all those vampires.
Bro,
Instead of having just two spine teeth,
on
all of their
DVD.
teeth.
I mean,
were
those
like shark
vampires
teeth.
were so dangerous that the normal vampires had to go get Blade to help them kill
in
them.
30 Days of Night, weren't there more monsters just than vampires? Weren't there more?
I don't think so. No.
No.
30 Days of Night, their version of vampires were like
wolves.
I feel like
instead of having two fangs, it was like all of them were shark teeth.
Yeah, they're like wolves, basically.
Yeah, like they're like
a werewolf
dogs.
sword. Like a werewolf sword.
No, they don't change. They're just that.
Oh,
They're
just like
just,
that?
they're just
Yeah,
pack dogs.
well, that and like they had like their eyes change. And all that
I mean,
other
they're
stuff.
intelligent. They know.
Yeah, but and
they're
that's
just
another thing. They're actually, I think they're like the elder breed of vampires. Like they're the ones that came first. So
everything else is descendants.
Well, and I think that there's another version of Vampires 30 Days a Night, but they're like, but like they don't live. I think the whole story went is like 30 Days a Night. Like if you lived on like the Arctic Circle, you know, like up there, it's like it's dark for months.
Like Alaska.
Yeah, it's dark for months at a pop.
I like
and the vampires that
sunlight.
lived there and came from there are like the dark ones or the elder ones, something like that. And then the ones that went south and lived in the rest of them
The more humanoid ones.
are the more humanoid ones. These ones are beast form all the time. They do not have a human shape. They always have their teeth and they always have that weird eye color and shape. And so the other ones
Like
can
a-
go.
Well, it's kind of funny because the leader was kind of weird. Like he looked like he could control himself, and
I know. Alan, that's why I think he's old. He's ancient. He's
Well, that's the thing
he's
about a
older
leader.
than
A
the rest
leader's
of them. I
supposed to be
don't know.
composed. That's the thing. A leader's supposed to be
I'm not really
composed,
sure about the
supposed
whole
to know
30 Days a
what to
Night lore, but I think that that's the case behind it. But we got off topic.
do. Yeah.
So we're still on vampires.
Yeah,
we're
we're
still
still on
killing
vampires.
vampires.
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
makes sense.
What's your number 5?
Ooh, man, I am stuck between.
Porn.
Damn it.
I can give you a video on that.
Oh man, I'm stuck between
You're stuck between shit.
Can you not remember the star's name? I'm sure she did.
No, I'm stuck between the
He didn't guess.
the Dark Knight trilogy. What? Wait, what'd you say? What did you say?
I said.
I wasn't paying
I
attention.
said, can you not remember her name? I'm sure she did good work.
I heard she
I'm
was.
stuck between the Dark Knight trilogy.
I heard she was on Ball Jingles Liberty.
Dick.
That's what she does.
I'm stuck.
She's an actress.
She's stuck between that too.
I'm stuck between.
I'm sorry.
That was good.
Anyway, I'm stuck between the Underworld series and the what was the other one?
I like the first Underworld.
I'm stuck
I've
between the
never
Underworld
even
series
seen
and
it.
the Dark Knight series.
I thought Underworld was an awesome idea.
Yeah,
The
and that's,
little war between vampires and werewolves.
I've actually never seen it, honestly. To be honest, I've never seen it.
the second one wasn't that bad. The first one was great. The second one wasn't that bad. I don't know if they made a third one,
Yeah, they did.
but they did. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. That one was weird. But the first two movies of Underworld were great. But I can't decide between that or Batman because I love Batman.
I don't know.
But that's the thing. You know what? No, screw it. I'm gonna go with the entire Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises were badass movies.
guns.
Christian Bale did his role. He did his role with justice.
Sorry.
He was showing a picture
Sean,
of
come on.
Deadpool with a sombrero and a poncho, and the sign says, "Give us the trailer." He's not wrong. We want the trailer.
Anyway, yeah. So I think Batman Begins was a good start to the series, and it introduced Scarecrow, Jonathan Crane's Scarecrow. I thought.
Dude, him and Arkham Knight is so
It
terrifying.
introduced a more serious
Well, here's
version
the
of
thing. You know
Batman.
what's funny
too.
though? In the comics, Scarecrow was always deformed. He was disfigured looking. He looked really weird.
He was an ugly son of a bitch.
But would you stop? with
He's
that?
all that in his head.
Well, that's the thing. And then like when you watch the Batman Begins, he's wearing a suit. He's a doctor-looking guy.
But
He looks
he's-
nothing
But
like
he
his
does
comic
have
book
that
counterpart.
weird,
He has that weird
crazy.
mask.
No, but he has that weird, like the way he acts and walks and the look on his face. You can tell he's
Yeah, he's Scarecrow.
A little
You
bit
can
of loose
tell.
gone up top.
This
he's
guy's
Scarecrow.
got a view screw loose.
Yeah, so anyway, and then eventually, obviously, cliche ending, the Batman turns, and Fear talks on Scarecrow, and then there you have it.
But I did like the fact that that's the first series. I mean, it took it seriously, in my opinion. It acted like realism. It added realism to a comic to something that's not real.
True. And then there was The Dark Knight, we already said that. And then The Dark Knight Rises, I thought was a good ending.
I don't even know about it. That didn't make any goddamn sense. How the hell did he get
The
out of a
ending, I thought
nuclear warhead? I don't care if they got a freaking entrance. He's gonna get something.
He's Batman.
Because he's Batman, yeah.
He's Batman.
Yeah,
Explain that shit.
and it was cool because it showed that Batman was trained by the League of Shadows. I thought that was interesting.
But the
Of
first
course,
one?
and he was almost killed by the League of Shadows. Irony.
Yeah, I know. And Liam Neeson, I don't know why Liam Neeson played as the head as
What,
Ra's
Ra's
Liam
al
Neeson
Ghul?
as Ra's al Ghul? I don't know how I feel about that.
All I know is, you know what I love?
Liam Neeson is a badass actor.
I just love all the college humor parodies, like Bad Man. I love those about Dark Knight.
Yeah, anyway, and then like The Dark Knight Rises, like
They had
it ended
iconic
pretty
scenes.
good because, you know, he left as Batman and then he left with Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and all that other stuff. But
I ran
They
into
had
the
an
door
iconic-
dude. That was awesome.
The only thing I will say about The Dark Knight Rises that I really like, they had an iconic scene with Bane breaking his back. There's a comic book that's an iconic of Bane breaking his back, and it was just like right out of the comic book. Click!
Of course,
Even though he just punched his back vertebrae back in and was alright and just kicking ass and like
I don't know.
4 days later.
I don't
And
know.
he found a way to get all the way to Gotham from the middle of nowhere with no money.
See, you know,
It's Bruce Wayne.
whenever I think about the
But remember, he was broke.
Whenever I think about the backbreaking scene, I think of
Remember? He was
Batman
broke.
versus
They were taking all the shit out of his house.
That makes me think of the
So
Batman.
how the hell
versus
did he get all the way to Gotham?
I don't know.
It's like, did you guys,
Because it's Batman.
did you guys, wait, did you guys see the College Humor of Batman vs Superman?
No, I don't watch.
Oh my
College
god,
Humor.
they were so, it's so good because he's like,
The only College Humor I watched was the stupid sex scene.
he's like, Bruce. He's
The only
like,
College Humor I ever watched. I
I
thought
mean,
that was kind of fun.
Superman says,
I've
Bruce.
seen it. I've seen what you're talking
He's like,
about.
Bruce, I think we should team up. He's like, what?
Why?
I have no special powers.
All right.
This is Bane.
Enough with the garlic
And he
voice.
straight up broke my back.
All right, guys. That was who? Like, did you not do number 5, Sean?
Ah, I did.
We did all number 5. We good.
Okay,
All right. So
Blade.
anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on.
Comic Game Movie Show.
We will see you in the next one.